All right. Good morning. Good morning. It is Wednesday. It is 6:31. It is 11:27. November 27th, the day before Thanksgiving. How's my dogs feeling around the world? Love to see you. Glad everyone's up, getting ready, hopefully, for the holiday. Hopefully, you took out the turkey on Sunday and Monday. It's not frozen anymore. Or maybe you don't buy a frozen turkey. Last night, I picked up my parents from the airport. We cut up some onions. We cut up some garlic and made my little concoction of salt, pepper, paprika, a little garlic salt, little, Mrs. Dash, this, and that. And put it all in the onions and garlics and put it in the cavity, put a little pineapple, a little orange, and then squeeze some orange over it. And then did the whole salt everything over the turkey. And the turkey's in the bag and in the fridge. Anyway, now we're getting ready for the day. Hopefully everyone's feeling well. At this point, we've had a good Thanksgiving week. It usually, it's living up to its expectations where, you usually have a strong week. If you do remember in the spies, 2 weeks ago, we were buying versus gap here, and then you had to push all the way up towards the highs. This was your prior high, and it went above it yesterday. It went to 601.33, a new high for Thanksgiving week. Listen, wasn't the easiest, to be honest. There's a lot going on, and a bit of a rotation from the small caps that were the best on Tuesday or Monday to more mega cap tech yesterday. But you always get rotation. You always got to move around. You always got to move your feet. If you do remember yesterday, I said I was looking to get bigger in IBIT, which is Bitcoin, looking to re-engage Mr., where I feel like I caught the top in Mr. and hopefully a little bit of the bottom yesterday. And it did get a little scary. But if you remember 24 hours ago, I was telling you guys, Mr. here at the 21 day, it went, actually, I'm sorry, I was a little wrong. It went 37 cents below there. You got to make some moves. You got to buy some calls. You got to sell some puts. You got to get involved. So this is the alpha team that people trade with me all day. So what did I do yesterday? I sold some 305 puts for like $4 or $5, and I sold some 285s. And I probably should have bought it, to be honest. I probably should have bought Mr. there. I did have bids in there when I left for the afternoon, and then I don't know why I canceled it. If I wouldn't have canceled it, besides making all that premium, you'd be up literally I don't know, $50, not 50, no, from 30 to 40, $38. Yeah, you buy 500 shares. Yeah, it pays for a few sides for Thanksgiving. Anyway, with that being said, that was a good spot. Here's some resistance, 383. And then you have yesterday's high at 403. I doubt it gets back to 403, but I would think that, it has some room towards 383. If you remember on this huge outside day is when I called the top, and that's when we bought the SMST and some of those things. And since then, it's worked its way down towards 318. Really good buy. Hopefully some of you guys made some moves there. In the IBIT land, I did get bigger. I didn't get as big as I wanted because I was like, you know what? It feels like we're kind of in no man's land. We're below the 8-day, but above the 21-day. But I did sell some strength. It got a little too loud. The Bitcoin 100,000 train was a little loud. So sold into here, bought a little bit, bought a lot more. And I just trimmed a little bit. IBIT is, back at 53.21, which is above the 8-day. What's this high here? 53.99. Not sure if, that's going to be the low in no man's land. But, so yesterday was a little bit, following the plan. Felt a little bad yesterday. And now it feels like, all right, would have been better if we had a down open. If we had a down open, I would have taken both hands and I would have been, give me more Mr. Instead, I sold puts and I don't own it, So got to figure out which way you want to do it. Let's see if out of my dogs, who did this yesterday? Who remembers? Let's go. I'm going to put you guys up here so you can see my dogs from around the world. All right. What do we got here? What do we got? We got Trinity. Do you think Mr. could get back towards 500? I wouldn't think so far ahead. Let's see if he could hold today's gains and not fade like the last few days. Did you buy any yesterday? I hope so. Jack did it. Jack came in right there. My boy Jack, who we talk all the time, is a great guy, family man. He sent me an email yesterday that he bought it at $339. What price did you buy it yesterday, Jack? $339. He did better than me. So I better get a Christmas card this year with some Hanukkah gelt in it. No, I'm kidding. Anyway, Anik did it. That's good. Coin's been a little crazy it's a little erratic, doesn't trade so fluid, but so I'm not in coin. Today, with all the economic numbers, we could have a sell on the spies. That's true. What up, Bobby Red Dog? Bobby 4.0. Thoughts on Mister? It's obviously MSTU and MSTX are the the sauce, the juice. You want the juice on the Mister? I think Mister trades crazy enough that you don't need the juice. But if you want the juice, that's fine. Um, what up, Mikey Pags? How you doing? We got Blair in the house. What up? Giving thanks for the community. That's great. You got to always give thanks. This morning I did a little barrel about gratitude. Everyone's has so much gratitude in the good things. Sometimes you got to talk about gratitude for the bad things. Gratitude for the ways we learn, the ways we grow, the ways we evolve. And we only evolve and grow when you make promises that you keep to yourself and you do hard things so you can do harder things. And and then when you make a mistake, you got to say, hey, it's not the market's fault. It's not the guy next to you. It's your fault. You didn't follow your plan. You didn't follow your routine. Do it better next time. Do it better next time. Then you feel good. It's all, it's the way it is. The way it is. Anyway, so we'll see how today develops. Yesterday was a little bit of mega cap tech, day. Amazon had a big move. If you remember, I was like, if it gets above 202, you could see a move towards the gap. I didn't have options on just because I was so mad at Amazon after this happened. But, again, this was kind of my fault. All it did is, from here through earnings all the way up to 215, all it did is really retest this area. I probably should have put on options. Instead, I bought some stock yesterday and I maneuvered it. Apple, what's it called? It's looking good. There's some news that, soft iPhone sales. We never heard that before. So I'm in some options. I'm in some stock. I'll probably buy a little bit of a dip. This has a really nice channel. I would think by end of the year, it takes out 237, which is the resistance area, and goes. So I think Apple could be something. Maybe you buy a dip. It's down 98 cents today. As far as Meta perked up a little bit yesterday. It's trying to clear this little spot. If you think it's taking out 603, it's always better to buy those $600 calls when it's in the hole. Can AMD finally get going? I don't think so, Sam. AMD kind of, SUSCKS. It's hard enough for NVIDIA. NVIDIA is struggling at the 50-day. So if NVIDIA can't, I always talk about the red dog mindset. It's coming in 2025 to a theater near you. Hopefully you have it already. But again, if NVIDIA, which is the lead dog, isn't barking, guess what? The tail ain't wagging. So usually, like even in EV land night stuff, like when Tesla's got to be rallying for all the other EV makers to go. If it's not, good luck there. But anyway, what's NVIDIA doing? NVIDIA today is down $1.98. You know what? Shame on you. No shame on anyone. I don't shame on anyone. But I talked about this red dog reversal here in NVIDIA. Okay, on earnings, what they do, they made people chase. They squeezed some shorts and they distributed the stock right here. This is a red dog reversal. Google red dog reversal. You'll see me a little chubbier with bigger hair, and I'll be talking about the red dog reversal, 80-20 rule. 20 years ago, we've been talking about this rule. All it is the distribution rule. Pushes through an area, messes with you, squeezes it out, people chase, and then it goes the other way. So for now, everyone's like, oh, NVIDIA. I'm like, just don't trade NVIDIA. It's not where the action is. Anyway, for now, NVIDIA is down $1.49. This is a little bit more interesting, 135.33. So we're below this area. So we'll see if the market kind of just kind of puts it in its corner, or does it bring down tech? Because here's 132.11. Here is your 21-day. Maybe today I look at NVIDIA. Maybe it goes from red to green. That might be a watch. But the semiconductors overall, I've been drawing this pattern with you. This isn't great. This is a head and shoulders top pattern. This is a distribution pattern. The market's been able to ignore the semis while doing a lot of other things. But if it starts to really fall apart, then the semis will become a headwind for tech, and you got to be really careful. So if this were to break 237, here's 230 and below. I'm in no semis. And 3 to 6 months ago, I was in AVGO, I was in SMCI, I was in NVIDIA, I was playing the SOXL. That's what you do as a trader. Your go-to list changes. Anyway, if this were to get below here, I would just be very careful. You're right. Then maybe perhaps, things go lower. What up, Marky Mark? This is where Jack bought it yesterday. So look at Jack. All right. So Jack sends me an email yesterday. He's like, I watched a 6:30 club. I bought Mr. What price? Where'd you go? 339.99. You push the keys and now you're getting paid, right? Where's Mr.? It's up like 25 bucks. 22. It's 35 bucks for my boy Jackie Kamen. Again, I'll give you my address. I like Cabernet. I also like tequila, but I haven't drank beer in 8 weeks, so that's cool. Anyway, um, 8 weeks. I said I'm not going to drink beer until Thanksgiving. I'm still not going to drink beer, and I haven't had a French fry in 8 weeks. So Red Dog put it in the universe, and I'm following it. So that shows me that I could be disciplined, right? Anyway, so that's what the SMHs look like. Not so great. Um, some things are getting a little faulty. Some guys like Red Dog. Did you see the Red Dog reversal and dash? I'm like, it's not quite a Red Dog reversal, but it did push above 178. It did come below. Here's your 8-day. I would trim into that. I took my options off. I'd like to rebuy the 8-day. That's down near here. It hasn't been below the 8-day in quite some time. But also, just remember, like once a trend changes, you don't want to go back to the well too many times. But we'll see if this area holds. Reddit also kind of shook the tree yesterday below the 8-day. Yeah, it wasn't a great day for me there. You know, um, it looked great, and they trap people with that news about the block. And I would think this 130. This is a 132. What's this low here? This is 120. I would think this is going to be an opportunity here. I'm long it already. I'm hoping it doesn't really get too much below this. This is this candle here is 132.47. Geez, so there's a ways to go. So just be a little careful. 132.47. I'm still in Reddit, and this would be an area to write down. Write this down if you're not in it. If you sold strength, this would be a spot that I would think would hold, if not higher. We'll see. What else? So we talk about the meme names over Thanksgiving. Some have great, some are great, some aren't. I am an AMC. I kind of think that AMC is, just a little bit of a better story this time. It's obviously not a barn burner or whatever. I bought it around 480. I think you could buy a lot of it. It's been in this range for a long time. Hopefully, a lot of people go to the movies this weekend with their families, or whether it's supposed to be a little odd. They've done a lot of ATMs. They have a lot of money. The movies are much nicer, and people are starting to go back. But anyway, I'm in some of that. I did make good money in GME. I wound up selling everything except for a few options. Little trend. Wasn't the GME like this or like this? A little bit. It's just something. If you have 10, 12, 15 positions on, you could be in some of these memes. But I took most off. It would have been nicer if it would have closed stronger, but whatever. Going to the movies doesn't affect AMC. All right, that's true. Anyway, it's psychologically everything does. Same way if you see a Cybertruck, it doesn't affect Tesla. Yes, it does. But anyway, you're right. You know more. Brah. I hate people who use the word brah. You sound like a goddamn street punk. Anyway, maybe I should block you. Kidding. So here's Tesla. Tesla didn't have the week that I wanted it to. But again, what are you going to do? Tesla right here is up $1.18. It looked really, really good on Friday. I was buying it right in here. And then I did trim some into the 360. And then I trimmed a little bit more. And then I wound up breaking even on the trade. And I have some puts sold. And it just wasn't as exciting as it could have been. Kind of sucks, but it is what it is. At this point, I've sold some 330 puts. I hope it doesn't break that. If the semis break and NVIDIA doesn't bounce today and this breaks this, I got to believe this, Thanksgiving trade is going to be a little bit different. So just make sure you don't have a false sense of security. Book some trades. If the trade changes, you change. If, the reason why you're in something is not valid anymore, just get out. The 8 and 21-day breaks, be careful. These are the rules. Something pushes through and fails, you sell some. That's the Red Dog reversal sell. Use your tier system. Use the sell rules. Anyway, do you think Ethereum can play catch up to Bitcoin? You know what? I'll put up this ETHE. I haven't traded Ethereum, to be honest. I've been trading IBIT and all the miners. I would say here's a gap. Let's see if it holds here. I don't, I'm not really. I'm not going to be honest. I'm not playing the altcoins now. I'm trading Bitcoin. I'm trading IBIT. I'm trading Mister. I traded CORZ, Wolf, a, see a bunch of these things in the past month. I haven't been up all night trading altcoins. I don't have the wherewithal, but it looks fine. If Bitcoin's going to get to 100,000 plus, Ethereum should continue. Let's look at Bitcoin real quickly before I go, and Ethereum. I haven't really charted in a while. Bitcoin's having a decent bounce back. At this point, this looks a little bit like it could be developed. I'm not going to say it, but it looks like it might be developing a little bit of a head and shoulders pattern, but hopefully not, because we're all having fun here. I get it. Here, do it like this. So this was your 99,000 top. Isn't it cute that it almost got to 100? We'll see if this develops into some kind of neckline, and then we'll see if what happens here. Like you can almost draw, but probably be able to draw like an ascending channel here, and hopefully it stays above it. And at this point, you have your support. This is now 90.60, and I'm hoping next time it goes, it continues. It has a nice trend, but it's below the 8-day. Now it's going to get back about there fast. And let's go see if I can find Ethereum for you. Again, I haven't really been trading these, so this is going to look a little sloppy. Here's Ethereum. Let's go. This was probably the last time I traded Ethereum. Listen, you had a big wide range move. It looks like it's building a bull type flag right here. So it's not at the all-time highs, right? So there is some room. Bitcoin made a few of them. If you were to draw like a descending trend line here, again, if Bitcoin's going to go back to 99 and get to like 100 and a quarter next year, I gotta believe Ethereum will get to at least 4,000 or so. I'd always rather you play the leader, but if you're like a Bitcoin guy and you're a crypto guy and you want some more exposure, I know Solana's done much better than whatever it's called, than Ethereum. But at this point, you had your powerful move, a little bit of a pullback, held the 8-day, another push, building a bull flag. I could see that happening, especially if Bitcoin, has a better move above 100,000. What up, Dan? You love me? That's so nice. It's so nice. It's nice. Have a happy Thanksgiving too. Enjoy your family. All right, guys. Good luck. I got to jump.